Hello everyone and welcome to D&D with Kristi. I am Kristi and these are the people who are playing in the party. Say hello everybody in the party.
Hi party!
Yeah, so last week we had some technical difficulties. So that video is yet to be released because I was really busy this week and I didn't have a chance to do it because I was doing other videos for like over the weekend. So we will give you a revise, a wrap up or I want to was Bashir Gesha because that's how they say it in German. But previously, that's the word. Previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist / Acquisitions Incorporated. I'll let the party members update people on what happened last time because so much happened.
Two, right?
So out of context, no one's going to know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That is how I roll.
Last time we started off in the hole. The hole inside the hole that the spider used to live in before I killed him. Then, after a long rest, we went into a room with a giant stone. I think it was stone foot on a bunch of chains.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
And just the goblin baby.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yes.
We met the goblin first. Gorpku.
And we met a dragon. We met a dragon baby too.
Yeah, but that was after the foot.
Yeah, that was after the foot cult.
Wait, was that before the feet or after the feet?
That was after the feet.
Goblin was before the feet.
I've lost track of what happened before or after the feet. All I know is I got to tickle a foot.
I'm pretty sure it went goblin, foot fetish, avoidance of hentai, then the dragon.
Oh,
then
right.
the final fight.
Tentacle. One.
I didn't know that Clue had a thing for tentacles, is all I have to say.
Well, they certainly have a thing for him.
Trying to run away from the why do you think you have a thing for him?
Yeah, so you woke up after your long rest, and you went into the next cave. You saw a creature. You determined it was a goblin, and it was actually just like a really scared goblin on its own. And he was with somebody they'd gotten separated. Mara adopted Gorko basically immediately, and then you guys continued on into a weird foot room where Clue threw a foot in the middle of the room and set off the trap. And so you guys had to fight a bunch of feet and also dodge a big stone foot that was trying to crush you. Then,
and before that, we had to take out a giant worm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. There was a giant worm.
Oh, yeah. We just dropped stalactites on it.
Oh, that's right.
Fight afterwards.
Yes, you had the big carrion bug thing that you had to fight. The Gorko helped you plan for it, tell you a little bit of a strategy because he was in the room before. That's correct. So you killed that thing, and you then moved on through the foot room, the foot fetish room, to a big pool of sewage that underneath the water was a massive sort of tentacle monster from the sewage plane that grabbed Clue and dragged him into the water, and then he managed to get out as other people were like attacking it. I think Thelvar waded about halfway in, like up to his waist or so. Clue got away twice and tried to hide, and it just came right at him and grappled him again and pulled him underneath. So not only is he bright green, as is Hibara, but he's also covered in sewage. Thelvar is half covered in sewage. The rest of you have guts and other things around you, but no sewage, I think. Then you went and beat some big dark mantle thingies and rescued a dragon who came with you, and you went then into the final room where, if you guys want to describe kind of what went down in the big final room.
we discovered one of the guards who had been enchanted by a magical device, who unfortunately started attacking us because they didn't appreciate interaction with one of our party members.
I.e. Clue.
I think it was I tried to be peaceful in that fight. I dodged at the start.
You were dodging a lot.
You are always the one who starts the fight. We have to clean up your mess.
So he's dodging blows in the corner, and everyone else is like, "What is this big altar here?" Just completely ignoring him, trying to not get hit by a longsword.
There was also the what was it? The Orrey.
Mm-hmm.
Mara is getting straight on because she still is pretty sure that it is cursed.
Mara had to admit that she trusts Hibara so that she wouldn't die because Clue, once Mara came to help Clue, he bounced.
And you took a big thwack in the face, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I nearly died.
Hibara had to have her little Griswold. Is that what his name is?
Grizzle.
Yeah. And his mat is very...
Like the sound steak makes.
Yes. And he revealed a secret power.
Yep. It's got 2 abilities. Teleport and spit. I've been waiting to use that teleport.
Yeah, teleported Mara right out of danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you guys, I think... yeah.
No, and then then the guard tried to hurt my baby, and I went all kick-ass.
Yes. You guys, reluctantly, Mara did non-lethal damage.
Reluctantly? There was 0 reluctance there. She was like, "You hurt my child, prepare to die." I don't care that you're like chief of the night watch or whatever. You will die.
Yeah, because it also did a big swing at the dragon. Dabby, the dragon that you guys befriended last time. And yeah, Sergeant Teshe knocked her. Yeah, it kind of knocked her out. And when you got out of the room, she was fine. It seemed fine. The other thing is that I think Thelvar had a look around at the altar, as did maybe Hibara. And the 2 of you worked out something about what you thought went down in that room.
Mostly Thelvar.
Okay.
Yeah, Thelvar basically figured out that our new goblin friend's companion was trying to destroy the Orrey, which is a powerful magic device, with another powerful magic device, which broke the powerful magic device designed to destroy it, which caused the fissure to open up.
And the earthquake that shook the city.
And the earthquake.
Yes. Yeah. With having basically completed your quest successfully, we were kind of sped up time. Sorry, I'm hearing myself. I don't know if someone's needs to put in earphones or something, or just turn down your speakers a little bit. Yeah, we sped up time to get everyone back to the entrance of the fissure, and you were in the process of being hauled up by the city watch, the Sergeant Truff, and her 2 assistants, Torval and Bosch. And they were kind of pulling you up to the surface, all 5 of you now, because you have a sidekick. Mara has adopted Gorko as her little buddy, her murder baby and Murderama. They're a pair.
I love the fact that I'm Murder Mama. I do too. I haven't killed anything yet.
The war has made some Kenkus explode.
Yeah, Mara's Murder Mama and Thelvar's decided that as little Gorko has apparently some potential in magic, he's going to train him up to be an arcane archer.
Yeah, yes. So he's got a new family now, and even though he's sad that his companion is dead, he also feels much comforted by the fact that he's not in Waterdeep all on his own. Yeah, so you guys arrive at you kind of get pulled up, looking estate with buck guts and tentacle guts and sewage green dye on 2 of you. And you see you see Captain Truff, the one who seemed in charge. She's being approached by her 2 city guards, and they kind of whisper something to her, and she nods. She's going through the paperwork for you guys to sign off, saying that you've gone through the entire location and you've cleared it room for room. There's nothing left in there. It's safe for the city to go down and survey it for either further damage or whatever they want to transform this area into now that it's been exposed, or cover it up, or whatever they want to do. So yep, she's getting her paperwork out, and says, hi, yeah, y'all want to come over here? Just gotta get a couple signatures. She's also a little bit suspicious of the goblin you've got with her, but you know what? She's got one of her sergeants back. She's happy. You guys have explained about the other one. You pulled out the corpse, kind of gave a peek in your bag of holding. And she's said, well, yeah, we'll take care of that for you, make sure he gets back to his family and everything. I'm just gonna need y'all to fill out this paperwork here. And as she's sort of offering you some documents to sign, by the way, it's about, I'd say, midnight-ish, 12:30. You've been gone for about a day and a half. I think you left about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon the day before. Been down there a whole day, and it's now nighttime by the time you get all the way back. And she, as she's writing out her paperwork, it's all done by candlelight. You notice some shadows approach from behind her, and as you look up to see them approaching, you see a woman dressed sort of like a bandit, and 3 large, thuggish-looking guys behind her. And they all have their swords drawn, looking at you. The woman...
Are they looking at us, or are they looking at the guard lady?
They're looking at all of you together.
Okay.
Yeah. The woman who seems to be the leader, the bandit, says, well, isn't this interesting right here? Look at you with all of your loot, and you look very beat up and tired, and my friends here, they're pretty strong. Let's just make a deal. You hand over everything you have, all your bags, and we'll just call this a night, shall we?
No, I don't think so.
Are we getting shanked down already? I haven't had a shower yet. I smell like sewage. I'm covered in guts. I want at least a shower before I get shanked down.
All right, let me your tokens. I'm just gonna put them on a blank. I don't have a thing for this. I'll roll 20s being super slow, because of course it is. And you can't. Oh, this is taking way too long. Let's just go back to the other one. This will probably take as long too. We'll just roll initiative from here. So we'll just roll initiative from the street map. Because, can I pull you guys over? Let's see if I can. Should be able to. Yeah. Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me. Don't go yet. I'm gonna pull up the turnover. All right.
God.
Clear the list. All right. So, yep. I think if you want to click your, pull over your. Yes. There we go. Fantastic.
Number 2. I can't see shit.
We're down here, right?
Like always.
I mean, I don't think the physical locations are gonna matter all that much.
Yeah, it's more.
Just pull over my token.
Yeah, just pull your token wherever, because it's more about having it at this point.
Giant, Jesus, Tara, what have you been?
Hold on. I broke it in my toy here. Give me a second.
Yep.
Oh, come on, you piece of... No, I don't want the father of holy ghosts. Go away. No. There's not enough caffeine in my system. Can someone fix it to me, please? Because I can't do it.
What do you need?
Every single time.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hold on. There we go. I figured it out. There we go.
All right.
I think I fixed it. All right. Let's see if Mara will actually appear this time. Did Mara appear?
Yeah, well, I've got your initiative. I can type you in. That's not a problem.
All right. Well, I'm at 16.
Okay.
I'm still not. I don't know why it's not working.
We'll work it out. Oh, it's too many thugs. It's one too many thugs. All right. And I have to hit enter, otherwise it doesn't work, because Roll20 is a little bit wonky that way. And you are at 16, Mara?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you. Right.
I'm totally not multitasking here.
I know what that's like. Okay. So we got Thelvar, Clue, Mara, Ben. It's still waiting. What is Hibara? Oh, you got 20 on yours?
Yeah, I got 20.
Nice.
I don't know why it
That's okay.
dropped away.
That's all right. You can add it in there.
Because Roll20 is a bitch.
Okay. It is not the most
But you rolled
intuitive.
good for once. I rolled a good initiative for one. I don't normally do that.
Like I said, Roll20 is a bitch. For some odd reason, when I don't have enough caffeine, I get cranky.
All right. So let me just note down their hit points, and I'll put you guys in descending order. I think you're already... Nope, not quite in. Yep. All right. Yes. So what you see in front of you, everybody, including Thelvar, is you see the three guys, humanoids, come. They're humans. They're pretty tanky. They're big guys, and they sort of step forward. So the bandit is slightly behind them now. So you've got three massive, sort of thug-looking guys armed with sharp, pointy things, standing right in front of you. What would you like to do?
Ow, shit, fuck, damn it. I just put my fingers back.
Gonna give the leader in the center a steely-eyed look and says, I think you chose the wrong party to crash. And ice knife.
Okay. Yep, that's so the big thug in the middle you're going for?
Yep.
Okay, yep, okay, yes, that's gonna hit.
And hold on. Yes, I've got first level spell slot. So 5 piercing damage on him, and then 6 piercing damage on all 3 of them.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Don't you need dex saving throws first?
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
See if it's
Yeah.
They're gonna do their dex saves? Okay. Let's see how they do. Don't know how dexterous they are. They're average. So that's first one. He makes it. Middle guy fails. And the guy on the right also fails. So one takes 3 and the other 2 take 6, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Great. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No.
Okay.
Just gonna
Hibara.
stand there ready.
Well, I mean, you did tons of damage already, so, you know.
Other than draw his rapier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hibara, your turn.
They're in sort of a triangle formation.
They're basically kind of lined up 1, 2, 3. So I mean, they're advancing on you. They aren't like doing a wedge. They're not that tactical. Just kind of lumbering.
But is there space like in the middle of them?
There's space in between them. They're sort of they see that you're a pretty big group, but so they don't want to get too much space because they don't want you guys to come 2-on-1. But they're also not really tight in quote. They like it's figure an arm's length apart.
So yeah, there should be enough space to plop Grizzle right in the middle of them, right?
You can probably put them. Well, I mean, the guy in the middle. You can pick one. Like you could drop them in between the 2 on the left, or the center on the left, or the center on the right, or behind them. or in front of them, but they aren't sort of grouped up where they're like in a circle. They're not that kind of organized.
Okay. So then, yeah, directly behind the middle one, because that should hit everyone then.
Okay.
I'll need them to make dex saves.
More dex saves. These guys are making so much new dex saves today.
Yeah.
All right. So it's against a DC 13, correct?
Just a 13.
Okay, so first guy, I'll go left to right. He makes his. Middle guy also makes his. And the last guy, yes, they're pretty on their toes now that they've gotten an ice shard on them. So they all make their saves, so they take half.
No, they take nothing.
Oh no! All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He pops up and they go, ah! And they kind of leap forward
there's
a
an
little
explosion of fire behind them, but they're fine.
All right.
Except, then I guess, yeah, spit the one on the furthest to the left then.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that definitely does not hit.
All right. He is,
For
yeah.
sure 6.
They have the brushing ice off of them, sort of like turning, to dust the ice off of their arms, and they see this sort of thing start like a little fire tornado behind them, and they just sort of like all squeal and move, just as Grizzle appears in the space behind them and lets out a spit, but the guy just like kind of ducks just out of the way. So, but now they're kind of surrounded. They weren't quite planning for this much hassle, to be honest.
Yeah, but they weren't.
Okay. Next up, then. Oh, sorry. Anything else you want to do? You want to move or anything?
That's
else?
all. I'm done.
All right.
So I'll probably move them back a little bit,
Sure.
just to stay out of their range.
No worries. Clue.
Yeah, Clue is just kind of gonna knock an arrow and go, if you guys decide to be reasonable, you don't have to die tonight. And I'm gonna hold my action until one of them attacks one of us.
All right. Okay. If I forget, remind me. Mara, what's Mara doing? Oh, we gotta get Gorko in this as well.
Yeah,
And,
don't forget my murder baby.
yes.
I want to take stock of where.
Speaking of which, for those that don't follow me on Twitter, I've just posted the link for Gorko so people can see him.
He's so sweet. Okay.
Oh, I had to retweet it so that my friends could see. I'm like, look at the thing I adopted. And my friends are just like, you're a weirdo. Granted, my friends who could go to Disneyland with me are like, yeah, that tracks, because you adopt like tiny children every single time we go there. I literally have like picked up tiny children because their mothers are like overwhelmed, and I'm like, you want me to pick him up? You seem really like stressed out. And the mom's like, sure, he's heavy. I'm like, yeah, whatever. My friends are like,
right.
don't like kids. Anyway, all right. Mara is all right. Do we attack or I want to shower? But we should attack and kill. I want to shower. Attack, kill. I want to shower. Kill. Fine. So Mara's at a wit's end. She's dirty, but you know who is all types of ecstatic. So we're going to hold our action until they decide to do something, but she draws her quarters. Ooh, you know what? Fuck that. She draws her spear and just kind of goes, you fuck with my baby, I stab you in the face. And just kind of makes stabbing motions at them.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
so
hold on. He doesn't say that. He says, all right, duckies, listen here. You fuck with my baby, I stab you in the face, and then makes the stabby movement.
All right. So Gorko kind of looks up at you with like wide, loving eyes, pulls out his short bow, and notches it just like Clue has, and says, "Okay, duckies, you fuck with my mama, I'll shoot you in the face." And he's gonna hold his action. He's following your lead.
Oh my god, that's the best thing ever! A tiny little baby goblin singing duckies. I'm here for it.
The bandits now look around. They've got 2 arrows pointing at them. They've got a stick pointed at them. The captain has drawn her sword. This is not what they were expecting. They thought they were going to get 4 adventurers and the captain on her own. And now they got more people and and a fire thing behind them. So they are going to roll. I've got actual physical dice here. They're going to do a morale check, and they're going to do it at disadvantage. Oh, yeah, that's a crit fail. Yeah. They all look at each other and like, fuck this. So they kind of like sheathe their weapons and put their hands up. They like nimbly dance around the elemental that you've got there, looking at all of the weapons aimed at them, and they just skedaddle. And the woman bandit is like, guys, but you said you were gonna go. She takes off.
Maybe look for another job.
Why would an evil laugh?
Yeah, so victory. Congratulations. Yeah, they thought you guys were going to be exhausted and completely tapped out and unable to fight, but they don't know you.
To be fair, we kind of are, but
You bluffed super well.
Dirty. I want a shower.
All right, well, with that, the captain, sort of swearing about her staff who'd left her when she needed some backup. Captain Merrigan Truff, she's well pissed off. But she finds the
people, lady.
yeah. She finds the right paperwork. She's like, all right, y'all, if you can all just sign right here, and initial here and here. She sort of hands out the pens and has you guys, have you queued up to do that. So you sort out all of your paperwork, making whatever marks are appropriate for you. And then, as you start to leave, you notice that standing a little bit farther down from where all the kerfuffle happened is Otis. You recognize the person who was playing the drunken halfling who had talked to you earlier. You can see that one of the thugs that was threatening you is flat out in the ground. From what you can see, Otis, as they tried to make their escape, like one of them, he just stuck a quarterstaff or something between their legs and made them trip to mess with them. But then sees you guys coming along. It didn't take you that long to do your paperwork, and approaches you and says, I know you guys are probably exhausted and tired, but can we talk here in the alley? It's late at night. Nobody's going to hear us. Can you brief me on what it is you found? I've been here waiting for you since you entered the fissure.
Can Mara say something to the captain before she's completely out of earshot? Just so you know, lady, the last time I saw retreating like that, it was with the French. Like, that's really bad. Find better people.
Who are the French?
French?
Yeah, it's a different plane of existence.
Heard of French?
You don't have to worry about it, duckies.
All right.
Let's just say I met them a very, very, very long time ago. And they were very, very... They were Italian, too. They like to wave white flags. Let's just say that.
Wait, the French were Italian? I don't get these words, man.
It's okay, duckies. You're fine.
Okay. Then, so Otis is there. He's waving you over and asking you to kind of like, can you step into this alleyway where you guys can tell me what it is that happened down there?
Just if we make it quick. I am covered in basically everything at this point, man.
Yeah, you're a really nice color green, Otis.
I want
Notes.
a shower.
You're not the only one, Mara.
I smell, and there's things in places that there shouldn't be things in places. I
She gonna be okay? Otis looks a little bit worried.
We don't know if she was ever okay to begin with.
You're so mean.
So,
Be nice now, Clue.
is there a danger?
Really, really, Delvar, you're telling me to be nice.
Of course.
Let's get this over with.
Mars sticks her tongue out at Clue while his back is turned.
Yeah, so Otis says, yeah, so is there an imminent threat to the city down there? Are we in danger? Is there something that I need to tell the Black Staff is an emergency that's happening here?
Well, we did encounter
yes.
a few things. There's some big magical foot down there that was responsible for the feetless corpses lying around the city. And there is a severely damaged magical artifact, which is what was the cause of the fissure. I think someone should take care of that.
All right, well,
to be fair, the curse thing we have is technically what caused the fissure, probably.
Well,
Which
it
cursed
was a
item?
Combination of the...
Which cursed thing, Hibara? Because for us, according to you, all like everything here is cursed.
The golden orrery.
Okay, well, I just have to make sure you specify because for all I know, you're talking about Delvar.
Well, he is cursed, but he's not a thing. That's the difference.
Technically, the Orrey was the passive participant in what caused the earthquake, but yes, it was involved.
all right, well, I'll make a note of this. I'll mention it to the Black Staff. I'm sure she will be very relieved to know that it's just some stationary objects, ones that we can handle on our own. It sounds like nothing is going to explode again or cause another earthquake. This thing you're talking about down there, is it still working? The mechanism or whatever you mentioned?
Oh no, that's broken.
Yes, it's well and truly broken now. It did have some defense mechanism arms, which we took care of.
All right.
So it should be safe for anyone to approach now.
I'm like making some notes in a cryptic language. All right, well, I'll be on my way immediately to the Black Staff, and I can already convey her thanks. This would be a great relief to her that the city is not at risk of another earthquake or another magical attack. So, yes.
You do have a foot fetish cult, though.
Yes.
Raising an army of zombie feet.
We are going to have to look into the foot thing. That is
Correction.
weird.
You have at least one foot fetish cult. There may be multiple. We cannot confirm or deny that.
Okay, all right. One foot fetish. He scratches out foot fetishes. Just the one foot fetish. All right, so he leaves. Everybody, you can go ahead and give yourself another renown, a point of renown with Force Grey.
Woohoo!
Should be at 0.2 now. It's at 2. Excellent. All right, so you leave the dock ward and make your way up toward the north ward. I take it you're all going to the tavern together first?
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the time, most things are
Yes.
probably closed.
At this point, it's about 2:30 in the morning. As you are walking up in the dock wards, you are heading up on, I gotta really zoom in, the Way of the Dragon. You're heading north on the Way of the Dragon. Can I have everyone roll me a perception check, please?
Oh,
All right, Hibara, Mara, and Thelvar.
Okay.
Clue is just like looking at all of the crap on him. It's just noticing like how much he smells now that you guys are like in some fresh air. But the rest of you can see up the road, let's say about between 80 to 90 feet in front of you. You can see a pretty drunk figure weaving in the road and onto the sidewalk or pavement, whatever you like to call it, and back into the road, sometimes pausing. It's you know how drunk people walk?
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing a drunk walk ahead of you. And that's not so atypical in the dock ward in Waterdeep. But what you guys do notice that's quite odd is that it looks like there is another figure trying very hard to move inside shadows and alleyways, and it's almost like it's stalking this drunk figure. They're still a little ways behind. They're not on top of them. They're maybe like half of a street length away, but they are creeping closer.
Ooh, what did Goku shake?
Oh, yeah, I didn't have him roll perception, but I can.
Oh,
Nailed it.
nice.
All right. So, Gorko notices that he's like, oh, there's a drunken elf being followed by, looks like another elf.
Good eye, little one.
I have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Have any of you mentioned it to Clue yet, or is he just entirely oblivious?
You're just watching this drunk thing happen, as you're walking down the street.
Well, Gorko's just mentioned it, so it depends on how distracted Clue is.
I mean, I guess we're just gonna go, play it cool, guys. He's just gonna casually walk past the drunk person.
You're really far away. You're like 90 feet away at this point. Like it's at the other, like it's a good, like at the other end of the block. So it would take you walking like 3 turns to get there, or what is you double your speed? You'd have to dash to try to get close enough.
Well, I think the idea for now is just continue walking and pretend like we haven't seen the elf in the shadows until we get closer.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys going to try to stealth, or are you just going to walk like a normal group of...
Well, I think just so better to just act like nothing's going on.
Yeah, less stealth, more deception.
Okay. All right. I guess you guys are going to have to give me some rolls then.
What if we're just being normal?
Can we actually be normal people? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, normal for us. I mean,
Yeah. You're not going to catch them if you are just walking at normal like pace.
What are my rolls today? Jesus.
Oh my god, how are you this shit, Clue?
I guess spite of both of those have been just rolling horribly. Jesus, it's revenge for last game where I literally at every attack I rolled.
Okay, is Hibara going?
well, I mean, it's Hibara and Grizzle, so there's only so much, and also she doesn't really care, like,
to be stealthy?
about these random people
Okay.
in the distance. So like, everyone else is kind of like, and she's just like normal, just walking,
Okay, yeah.
not caring.
To be fair with these roles, Thorvar and Mara are just acting perfectly naturally normal.
Yes.
While Clue's like,
Yeah. Clue goes, guys, act normal. Yeah.
Who's trying to look normal? Selvar and Mara are actually looking normal.
Yeah.
Like, Mara's over here just going, la 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 la. The monsters can't get me if I have my music. La la la.
Yeah. Clue says, guys, act normal. And that voice just echoes down the street. And because there's nobody in those streets, it's like it's completely empty. It just bounces off the stone and the wood of the houses. And the drunken elf doesn't seem to notice, but you can see in the distance the figure looks over their shoulder and disappears into an alley.
Yes, I'm
Wait
running
and
after him.
go.
Okay, if you want to dash.
Yep.
Okay, it's going to take you 2 turns to get there. So why don't you go ahead and give me an athletics to see how you do with your dash, just to see if you're...
Oh boy, this is gonna go. Oh, now I roll well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Thalvar attempts to run up, go with him, and trips over his own feet.
Mara just waves. Bye, Clue.
Right. So,
Pretty
Clue,
much same for a bar too.
Clue, you get to the alley where you think the figure disappeared in. If you want to go ahead and... It's empty. It is entirely empty. If you want to go ahead and give me a perception check or an investigation, you can have a look around. But like I said, they had a head start on you, so it would have to be a pretty amazing roll.
Okay. Investigation.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, you see some footprints, and you, from what you can guess, they have jumped up on a barrel, and it looks like, from what you can see, they climbed up onto the roof. They're over your head right now, and you're not sure. You don't hear anything. You're not sure what direction they're in.
I guess I'm going on the roofs.
All right.
I assume.
Yeah, go ahead and roll acrobatics. Okay. Let me just get the right... give me the...
Thalvar, having picked himself up, arrives at the alleyway just in time to see Clue disappear up onto the roof. He's like, oh.
Yes, you're a bit far behind him, so let me get creatures and monsters. Aha. Oh, there we go. All right. As you clamber up, you are face to face on the rooftop with what looks to be a drow. Here's the picture I can show you guys. This is who you see. You are now facing this person by yourself at the top of the street. And they are holding a gun to your face.
Well, how are you doing this fine evening?
They fire the gun at you. Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. Pistol. Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, you guys all hear a gunshot. 14 hit?
Nope, it does not.
All right.
Hearing the gunshots, that Thalvar stops cursing under his breath about Clue and the elf making their way to the roof and attempts to climb up.
Okay, so, yeah, we can... actually, let's roll initiative. Okay, so...
Gets halfway up and sits down.
So Mara looks at...
I really need a bath.
Wait, Kabara, you and I are nowhere near this mess.
No, you aren't. You are at least a turn away, and then you have to climb as well. So.
Oh God. Okay, so you still want us to? No. Okay, fine.
Well, you can do whatever you want. You can. You don't have to. Okay.
I give up. I wave a white flag. Just let me win. Let me have this. You stupid thing.
Right.
I dragged the thing.
Oh, I'm having problems as well. Actually, no, I got 22.
I do a thing.
Okay.
And I still am not being able to work the thing.
That's
so
okay. You got a 13.
We're gonna go.
I'll just add you by hand. That's fine.
I did think I initiative me at 21.
Yep. They got a great initiative. You got.
If you
All right.
if you're dumb and you get shot in the face, clap your hands.
Okay. I put away Gorko's thing, so I didn't expect you guys to do this. I didn't think you'd like actually
We
go.
have Clue. Clue is always going to start a fight.
I'm doing my goddamn job.
We were supposed to get home so Mara could take a flippin' shower.
All right. So they had their go. You can go now, and then everyone else is too far away. So if you want to take what would you like to do?
Well, considering I am right in his face, I'm gonna try and run through the other side of him. This is before the official turn or the sides, right?
Well, I mean, you're still gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
No, I just mean that I get attack now, and then when after this guy's new turn, I get another turn again.
Yeah. So basically, he took his turn. He started. You get your turn, and then it goes back to the drow.
Okay, in that case, I am just gonna stab him with my rapier. 19 hits, I assume.
Yep, that does hit.
Otherwise, I would panic.
Nice.
Start damage.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me go back. I have to track it. Okay.
Great, you're making our DM do work.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm prepared.
That didn't come. That wasn't supposed to come out as like being sarcastic. That was supposed to come out as our poor DM.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. All right. So he is putting away his pistol, and he's pulling out his short swords. And he gets to make 2 attacks on you.
If you're gonna die before the party gets there, clap your hands.
So that hits for 5.
Okay.
And another 10.
Bye, Clue. Was not
10 damage or 2?
That's the 2 attacks. The first one was 24, the second one was 22, and the first one is 5 piercing, the second one is 10 piercing.
I'm sure I'm fucking down.
You're dead, right?
I mean, I still have saving throws.
Oh, so you're unconscious. You fell over? Okay.
I mean, I only have 15 max health.
Okay, right. Okay. All right. So you collapse. He just dashes. He fucks off.
I mean, can he still dash after he attacks?
Well, you're unconscious, right?
Oh, I mean, unless Stelvar is trying to get up to me, which I hope he is, but
Belvar could get up there, but that would be his movement
yeah, okay.
for that round.
Yeah, I just gonna.
Yeah.
Well,
Belvar gets up there.
Okay.
Sees the drow like jump from one rooftop to the other and say, "Oh, stuff that! I need to save Clue."
Yeah.
We'll rush to Clue and stabilize him.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a spell or a healing potion, whatever? What do you got?
I've got a potion of healing.
Okay. Yeah. So you can give that to him. He uses his turn. When you get up there, he dashes. And as you administer the healing potion, he's still scampering over the rooftops and getting away. Yeah, so you're up again, Clue.
Ray, how much does the potion heal?
Is it 2d4 plus 2?
I believe so, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so we learned not to mess with that guy today.
You were feeling all really tough after the seeing down the thugs, but it was, and also because you're so green, you felt very brave.
Right. Considering I did stab him, can I check for a blood trail?
You can do an investigation. Sure, go ahead and have a look around, see how you do.
17.
You know, you notice a slight one, but it's also do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Okay. You can see that it goes off the side of the building, and then you'd have to get down into the street to see, kind of like follow it. You kind of assumed he'd gone over, but once he got to the next building, you're not sure if he would have gone straight or left or right. So from what you can see in your dark vision, being about 1 story up, it's not a very tall building that you guys were on. You can see that his line was running, away from you. But after that, of course, you can't see what's on the next roof. You just sort of see the rooftop, and then also infer a little bit from what's underneath you if you were to go to the ground.
Okay. In that case, he's gonna go down and just gonna like try and fall in, not in a like fast trying to catch him kind of sense, but in a maybe figure out where this guy's holding up so we can jump him when he doesn't expect us.
Okay. Can you give me a survival check?
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
No. Clue just got knocked out unconscious.
Okay, cool.
That's saved. So,
So Habara and I are still just hanging out on the street level, just kind of going, where did the rest of our party go?
yeah,
We should
Clue's
probably
just
follow them, shouldn't we?
Clue's like a dog with a bone. He's just woof. Yeah. So you can see the blood goes up on the roof, but you'd have to climb up on the next building. And at that point, it's kind of getting difficult to find the blood trail anymore. So the trail runs cold.
Well, at least I know I'm looking for Drow now. Unfortunately, he knows I'm looking for him.
Yeah, true. You know something about him, and he knows something about you. That's very true. Okay. Did you? Yeah. What's happening now? So currently, I'll just kind of ping. So you're in the way of the dragon. Let's say that you're over near the Street of the Smiths. Clue was able to have the fight about here. The drow went on this roof, and then maybe in this direction, or possibly in that direction, over in these houses, or maybe jumped back over. You're not quite sure, but you think that they at least disappeared somewhere like in this direction. So yes, Clue, you are now in this part of the alley, I think I said. And Thelvar is, I guess, still with you. The rest of the party, are more like in the entrance of the Street of the Smiths here.
We're where we're supposed to be.
I'm sorry, Clue. I thought it was more important to save you than go chasing after him.
You're not wrong. Well, guess that's business we'll have to take care of another day.
Indeed. At least we know what we're looking for now.
Yep. And it's very mean.
I'd say so. All right, you guys. It's getting to be like 2:30 in the morning now, with this little excitement on your way back to the haunted place? No.
The old haunt.
The old haunt. Yes, the old haunt. By the time you get there, it's closer to 3 in the morning, and you're all, some of you are surprised. You see candlelight from inside. You can tell that there's a candle being lit, and as you open the door, Thelvar, you feel the heaviness of your curse. As you walk through the door, you feel a little bit more energetic immediately, not having to carry the weight around. You see that Jarvis is sat at a table with a checkers board, and there's no chair across from Jarvis. They are just sort of playing. You assume it's with Liff. And as they see you come up, their eyes just get big for a number of reasons. One is you've got a goblin with you. Two of you are green. And all of you are covered in disgusting things. But that's not all you see. You actually see that Bob and Bob are asleep on some bedrolls on the tavern floor. So it looks like they were all sort of waiting for you to come home. When Jarvis sees you, they leap up and like, oh, it's wonderful to see you. You would probably like some hot water and some soap, wouldn't you?
Indeed we would. Indeed we would. Thank you very much.
I don't even need the soap, just hot water. I don't care. Just
as Jarvis pushes their chair back, the noise of it sort of rouses the two Bobs, and they sit up. They look pretty surprised, more at the state of you than the fact that you're alive. And when Jarvis says about the water, they get up and they're like, yep, we got it. They kind of assumed after adventuring you guys would need some refreshments. So they had already organized a rain barrel in the back of the building and filled it up with well water in lieu of any rain. So they actually had in the kitchen a couple of buckets ready to go. They fire up the stove in the kitchen and start pouring the water into into pots and kettles, getting it going so until the water is steaming, which they then pour into four bowls. They weren't really expecting Gorko, so they also like find something else for him to wash up in. And as you are all waiting for the water to be warmed for you, Jarvis reaches in and says, I have a few things I carry in my snatchel. Opens it up and they reach inside, pulls out identical kind of like fuzzy cloth robes, just one size kind of fits all sort of hotel things, saying, if you would like to go and change out of your adventuring gear and put this on until you can wash, and we'll sort all of this laundry. That's some lovely color green, Mr. Clue and Miss Ibarra.
We'll take care of it in the morning.
Right.
Mara's Mara looks around and goes, love you, robe. Oh, thank you, sweet baby Jesus. And then walks off with the robe in hand.
Yeah. Yes, Jarvis also pulls out like a big burlap sack and says, you can just put your adventuring things in here. And when you're ready, come back down. When you've switched out of your clothing, come back down. The water will be ready by that point. You can have a bathe in there for the moment until you can get to a proper bathhouse. But yeah, go ahead. And then if you want to tell me what you guys got up to and what happened.
All I can say is it's Clue's fault again.
All right. So, what does Mara? You said that you had your robe. What do you do?
Mara goes and finds a tub and doesn't even care. Like, picks up one of the barrels, even the one of the barrels that the Bobs are heating for us, and is just like dips her finger in it, goes, it's not as warm as I normally would like it, but whatever, I am dirty, and takes it up the stairs with her.
Okay.
So just kind of doesn't even care.
Okay. There's you can get in the private bath, you could also just have cold water as well if you want. They can bring up some cold water for you. Just in buckets.
Oh no, she steals a whole bucket of moderately warm water.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you disappear up to, I take it you're going to go up to the third floor bath?
Yes.
Then?
Yes.
All right, the one next to your study, your library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. How about Hibara? What does Hibara do?
All right, I need to metagame a little bit. Are we going to be taking third level after this?
Pretty soon. it's milestone. There's one other thing I want you guys that I want to happen, and then you'll level up to 3.
Okay, then yeah. Yeah, she's this whole time with like, here's fluffy robes, warm water. She's just like, you people are weird. In her head, she's just like, why would I want any of this? And she's just basically going to, at first, plant her, continue to grow her little menagerie.
Right.
So far, fern and what is it? A blood vine?
Yeah, blood vine.
Called?
You've got yes.
Yeah. So first she's going to do that, and I imagine that takes a little bit long enough for probably when Mara is in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to go and find Gorko. So where's he?
He's at her. He's with her because this is the first time he's been here, so he's not quite sure his way around. So he's just sort of tailing along with her.
Would make sense.
Is he in the bath?
No, he's not in the bath with her, but he's just sort of like now he's like looking around in the library. He's wondering if any of these books are magical.
Okay, then that's when Ibar is going to come up to him and go, "Little goblin, here." Holds out a clenched fist. Hand him something.
He is kind of surprised, but he trusts you, so he opens up his hand to you.
She opens her hand and finger drops in to his palms.
Okay, he's not like grossed out by it. He's just a little bit confused because he doesn't recognize it's like, oh, it's a finger. And he just sort of looks up at you and says, finger.
Yes, that was your friend's.
Oh, you're so
I
creepy.
saved it for you.
Oh, you creepy motherfucker.
I saved it for you.
You saved Kieran's finger for me.
Yes. This way. Since I saw that you were very upset at his passing, now that you have a piece of him left, you can work and eventually raise up enough money to afford a true resurrection spell for him. If that's what you wanted.
Oh, thank you. How should I keep this? Should I put it on some thong, or should I put it in a bag? What's the best way to keep this?
Just make sure it doesn't get wet and moldy, and everything will be fine.
Oh.
You see, I had a friend back when I was about your size. Their parent died, and the other parent did basically the same thing that I just did here. And so then when they left the commune to go and try to raise the funds that's needed to buy such a spell, well, it was a good 100 years or so before they came back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Oh, so I can save Kieran after all?
Well,
maybe someday, if I grow up to be a strong wizard, I can save my friend because I couldn't save him before?
Well, yes. There's many ways you can do it. You could go join a church and then spend the rest of your life gaining experience in order to be able to cast True Resurrection. Or you can work in the city, earning coins every day until you have enough money to pay someone who spent their whole life learning that spell.
Gorko is sort of like his lip trembles a little bit, and his eyes get a little bit shimmery, and he throws his arms like around your knees and thighs and just says, "I let my friend down. I thought I lost him, but you've given me a chance to save him. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me save my friend."
I hope to have helped you in more ways than one. And she pats his head.
It's at this point that Mara comes out and sees this, and she just glares at Hibara and goes, "What did you do?"
I helped.
She gave me a chance to right my wrong. She's given me a quest. If I work
Okay.
hard and I make a lot of money, maybe 100 years, I can fix something I did wrong.
Okay, Ducky. Well, let's just say you'll start the quest in 100 years.
Well,
And in only you don't badmouth your mother. In 100 years, Ducky, you'll start the quest. No sooner than that.
but I can save money
And
before
you.
that.
No.
Wait,
You stop
Just-
giving little babies quests. It's a bad thing.
He's not
You know
going to
something,
leave.
Joe?
He's not going to leave. His understanding is if he studies magic and he stays with you guys and learns magic with you, then maybe one day, like when he turns 100, he'll be able to do the spell or find someone to do the spell for him. So he's not going anywhere.
Tara doesn't know.
Except goblins usually only live to about 60.
Yeah, he doesn't know that yet.
Also, I'm not sure how spell services work in 5th edition.
I'm
But
sure True
if
Resurrection
memory
is very
serves-
expensive. I think I've looked
If
at it.
memory serves, it's material cost of the spell
Mhm.
and then 1,000 gold per spell level.
I
so-
can look it up right now.
Well, technically, we already know because,
Yeah,
the one
you have to-
shot that we did before
yeah.
was literally resurrecting
Yeah,
4 dead
players.
players.
Did
Yeah.
we ever actually officially resurrect them?
No, I think it was like you basically got the money to do it.
We never finished that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh shoot. Yeah. It's holy water and diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's just the materials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know how it used to work in like 3rd edition. It would be 1,000 per spell level, and then like that's the base cost. So you know
well,
how
that's
much
just.
the church going to charge you.
Oh yeah, that's
on
true.
top of
That's
that.
just the material cost. Yeah, unless you can do the
Yeah.
spell yourself. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Well,
Or you got
exactly.
a friend.
Right now, all Mara is seeing, or AKA War, because the second Mara saw Habara hug Goku, she blacked out. So War took over, and she's just like, I don't care what's going on here. You're not doing anything until I'm in the grave. Basically.
Yeah, hopefully he just won't now start going around. If you die, hopefully he might cut off your finger. If he feels responsible.
Oh, well, that's just great. Yeah, he's not going to know what's going to happen. For all he knows, he's going to get War, and then, oh no. No.
So he takes a finger, he puts it in like a secret pouch in his pocket, and he kind of keeps it. He's not quite sure how to keep it yet, but he feels like he has a chance at redemption. He felt like he left his friend down, and now he's got something that he can work at to give him a way to fix the thing he felt like he did wrong. So. All right. Okay, coming to Clue. Yes, we were going through everyone's just like routine once you get back to the tavern. So, Clue, you Jarvis is offering you a lovely green bathrobe.
You're funny, don't you?
They
Hey,
sort of
Jarvis.
smile warmly. It's like, it suits you. It suits your coloring.
Jarvis, you wouldn't happen to have another one of those paper bears lying around, would you?
Oh yes, of course.
Yes.
Do you
Mhm.
want it here? And they reach into their pocket. They got 3. I think they did 2 already. So this is their
Mhm.
last one, and they hand it to you.
Thanks. He's just gonna write basic information about the drow elf we just found and just send it to Yagra.
Okay. Yeah.
So Yagra knows about him.
Yep. If you finish it, you speak her name and say probably Yagra at the Yawning Portal, or I don't know if you know her address or whatever. And it folds itself up, starts flapping. Jarvis has to go and open the door because it's nighttime. They closed it after you showed up. Yeah, and it flies out the front door.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna grab myself a drink and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Sure. Do you want to wash up while you have your beer? We can bring the bowl of water to you at the bar here.
Okay, that works.
All right. So, Liff, you can kind of like feel him now as you spend a bit of time there, and he goes around the bar, and as you sort of flop down at one of the stools that the bobs have kind of fixed up, they've dusted it off. It actually is looking like you can sit on it without getting dirtier at this point. And yeah, it pulls on the tap and gives you a very large glass of beer. And as the water is steaming, one of the bobs come over and they set down in front of you this sort of big, like the basins back in the old-fashioned timies, the big porcelain ones where people would wash their face in the morning in their hands and stuff. Yeah, he brings you like 2 of those and then says, "We've got a third one for you. You look like you need it."
I need a lot of things. Thanks.
Okay. Thelvar, you get a lovely royal blue bathrobe from Jarvis.
Very nice. Thank you, Jarvis. Thank you. So I suppose I should fill you in on everything that happens. You can report back to the solution.
Oh, sir, please. Take your time. The offices won't open for another couple hours. Change out of your clothes. Have a bit of a wash. If you want to then come down in your bathrobe, I think I might, if I dig deep enough, I think I have some whiskey somewhere in my snatchel.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you, thank you. I will be back shortly then.
So where are you going to be heading? There's the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor bedrooms. Or there's also, yeah, that's it. Attic storage, attic bedroom. There's a master bedroom, master bath down on the 3rd floor, or there's also the bedroom and the spare room on the 2nd floor.
No one's taken this room, no?
Nope, I don't think so.
Alright, so we'll take that one.
Okay. Yeah, the bobs come up after you, carrying. It won't be as hot as the ones right, near the kitchen, but it'll still be, more than a lukewarm temperature, and some towels as well, so you can wash off.
Thank you, Bob.
I'll put Mara up in the study now. Or no, you're in the bath, aren't you? You're just gonna have a.
No, Mara just got out of the bath.
Oh, okay.
Mara is.
That's right. In the study.
In the study, yelling at Goku about not doing a quest until she's old and dead. Basically, she's like, because Mara's technically a human, so she's like, when you're 100, knowing that she'll be dead. When you're 100, you can do a thing.
Well,
I mean, she's gonna die before Mara is, most likely, because of old age.
Well, yeah.
What?
Yeah, goblins don't live as long as humans.
Well, Mara doesn't know that.
Okay.
Mara doesn't know a lot of things.
All right. So, who is going to? So you guys are all off. You are able to refresh yourselves in whatever way is meaningful to your character. Yeah, Hibara is like, I'm just gonna dust off some of this gook and I'm gonna use it as fertilizer.
Pretty much.
Yes. She's going to manipulate the baby. See how it is.
Jarvis is digging through their bag, pulling up a pretty nice whiskey, and fishing around for some nice heavy cut glass. Not snifters, the short glasses. What are they called? They're not the highballs. Tumblers, yes. I'm saying they're not the highballs, and they're not the champagne glasses, and they're not and sort of setting them out. And has enough for everybody, including Gorko, who you guys, how do you? It's Gorko, right? Everyone, I need to.
It's Gorko.
I know. I need to see. I need to see it for some weird reason. I think I don't know why I struggle with names. I have like a name dyslexia or something.
Don't worry about it. I have that same problem. Okay. But I'm not calling him Gorko. He's Goku in my head.
All right. He's like Gorko or Goku. Either one. Yes. It's I've heard it go both ways. I heard it said both ways. As well as one for the goblin, the G dog. It's a G-man. He comes down as well. So yes, Mr. Clue, would you care for a whiskey to accompany that beer?
Hit me.
Alright. So this puts down like how many fingers you want. Like how about like until I can't go past all of my fingers. Is that enough fingers, sir?
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, so you get about like 4 fingers of whiskey in this glass.
God.
Do I need to roll a constitution
Not yet,
save, or I can-
not yet. You've only had beer. And also, yes, now that the Bobs have taken care of your water situation, they've also collected clothes from anybody who wanted to give them up. Obviously, Hibara, they just like wave at you, like you look awesome. As they go back downstairs, they're kind of getting a feel for how everybody works here, you know. And also, Jarvis is very empathetic. And so they really try to judge reactions based on what you want. I mean, their job here is to make your life easier and to help you out with running this shop, but also, you know, they've done some adventuring in their lives and they know what that's like. So, yes. And what was I going to say? Oh, yes, they also go back into the kitchen. They had already just gotten a first shipment of your illicit bread. And Jarvis knows some people who know some people who smuggle some things into town. Technically, you're supposed to go through the Bakers Guild, but Jarvis is pretty sure that, you know, like 3 or 4 loaves a day is not going to be enough to raise any suspicions of any bakers. And so they have some of Ethel's bread that and since the stove is already going, they kind of use the warm oven. They throw the loaf, 2 loaves in there to kind of warm it up so it's not so cold, and bring it out with some butter and some cheese, and put it next to the empty glasses of whiskey that are waiting for you at the bar downstairs. Oh, this sounds so nice. Like, I want to go to this tavern.
I want bread. Oh, I just found a recipe on how to make beer bread.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, I'm really hungry. None of this is helping. Mara, smelling the nice toasty bread, kind of like
drifting
grabs
up.
Goku by the collar. Doesn't even care. Like, doesn't even like grab him by the hand and goes, "We're going." Just kind of grabs him by the collar and just kind of floats down the stairs.
Yes,
with him in tow.
Yeah, as you descend, you see these sort of 3 loaves, each with you know, like there's a big hunk of butter on a plate, and some knives to cut the bread knives, and some big hunks of cheese, and they're all also on one end of the bar. What's Hibara gonna do?
What do you mean?
Is she gonna join the group, or is she gonna hang out in her room now that she's taking care of her plants?
She might. Yeah, I don't think she. Well, it is like. What is it? It's like 3 a.m. now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we got back
Yeah, she'll
at
probably
3.
wander
It's
in.
probably
Yeah,
like 4
getting
now.
on 4 a.m. Yeah, at this point.
Well, if it's that early, then she'd probably take her long. She'd probably sleep at this point,
Okay, she can kind of
such
do
as
her
elves
thing.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then she can tuck away and do her 4 hours and get her
Yep.
long rest in. Downstairs, still a little bit on a adventurer's buzz. The other 3. Yes, Mara floats down to get some bread before bed. And Thelvar, what is Thelvar going to do?
I was going to go down for the bread. Oh, that's such lovely bread, this. Thank you very much. Oh, have you tried any? Oh, it's really good, you know.
Oh, I haven't. I saved the first shipment. I knew you guys were raving about it, and I thought it would be the perfect thing to greet you as you came back from your adventures.
Oh, yes, it so is.
So, not to rush you. They don't want to rush you. Jarvis pours out the whiskey and refills. If you want a refill on your beer as well, or are you okay with just the whiskey now, Mr. Clue?
No, think I'm good.
Okay, very good, sir. And Mr. Thelvar, whiskey, would you like a beer chaser with that?
Yes, I'll try a beer, thank you.
All right. Liff is standing, there. He's floating here. Jarvis gets out not a big one, just a kind of more like a smaller beer glass. I'm gonna say Kolsch glass, but that you wouldn't understand the description. It's like 0.2 liters. So it's not really meant to be like a whole beer to drink. It's more like to be a bit of a chaser if you wanted to kind of change up the palate a bit. Like if you don't want to, you rather have a beer and the bread as opposed to the whiskey and the bread. And Miss Mara and your friend, would you like either a beer beverage or maybe some tea, anything to drink for either of you, both of you?
Mara just... I'll have the whiskey, Ducky.
Very good.
And Goku here. What would you like, sweetie?
What's whiskey? I know beer.
It's mana from the heavens. Mana from the heavens.
I'll have mana from the heavens. It points at Clue, like, I'll have mana from the heavens.
Mara's just shaking her head, going, okay.
All right, so he gets his glass, takes it, his whole face just like having lemons or something. And then it just lights up. He's like, this is great. Just starts chugging it down.
The whiskey?
Yeah. And Jarvis goes, sir, young master, that's more of a sipping drink than it's not like a beer. And Gorko is like already wiping it as it's dripping off his. He's just like trying to neck it, And he's like, okay, sip. Just sort of starts sipping, but really super fast. Like sip. Like he's gonna be pretty loud in a couple minutes here. I might have to do a Constitution roll for him.
Kind of looks at
Mara again.
And just goes.
Mara looks at Clue and goes, "Your fault again."
Look, he just needs to do this once before he learns. Trust me.
Are you gonna clean up the mess? No.
Shut up.
All right, we'll have little Goku do a Gorko. Sorry, I really have to see it. I have to see it, or I don't remember it. If his name was John, I would remember, but it's not.
Why do you think I'm calling him Goku?
Yeah. Oh, he is lit. He is getting he's starting to hum some goblin songs in the corner now himself. He's like got the finger and he's singing songs to the finger. He's entertaining himself delightfully. He's having a great time. He's probably gonna pass out over in the corner and just go to sleep here in about a half an hour. Okay. Jarvis says, yes, so your adventures. What is there anything before you go to sleep tonight? Is there anything pressing that you want to share with me? Anything obviously that you want to that can wait till morning, but I thought that given how difficult it is doing these dungeon crawls, you would all appreciate a little nightcap before you take a long rest.
Oh, yes, it's all very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Well, that is what I am here to do. I'm here to make sure that your experience as a one-year franchise with the Solutions Guild is pleasing and effortless.
So good. Thank you. But yes, it's getting almost early, so I think everything can wait till the morning. So I will take myself upstairs and retire.
Very good, sir. Now the bedrooms haven't been completely kitted out, but the Bobs have put out just some not brilliant but obvious but comfortable enough bedrolls and some bedding in all of the bedrooms so that you guys would have a place to sleep. It's not, like I said, been refurbished yet, but I think given how tired you are, you won't mind.
Oh, it's better than a hole in a cave with a dead giant spider.
I would imagine so, sir. Mr. Clue?
Well, I guess I'll be retiring soon. If you happen to see a drow with a gun, don't trust them.
Oh, I never would, sir.
That's my...
Looks a little bit puzzled at the comment, but just lets it slide. And Miss Mara, are you enjoying the bread?
Oh, it's definitely making everything better, Ducky. Everything better.
Well, that is what I am here to do. And I can see that the nightcap worked perfectly for your little friend. He points over at Gorko, and he's asleep on the floor. He's got the drink. It's sort of knocked over the last bits of it. They're just sort of run on the floor near his face, so he's slightly sleeping in a puddle, but he's too passed out to notice at this point, and he's really snoring. He's really snoring. Yeah. So are you going to finish up your bread and did you have whiskey?
I had a whiskey, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So yes, Miss Mara, how was your adventuring? I see you came back with a new companion.
Apparently, I adopt babies.
Well, there's plenty of room for him here if he's planning on staying for any length of time. There's still a spare room.
He will be staying forever.
Okay. Well, and then I will add that to the list of questions I have for you when it comes to the renovations of your room and where he will be staying. So we can definitely discuss that in the morning.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should go ahead and get this little one tucked away and somewhere to sleep.
Very good. And
before I fall over myself.
Jarvis starts to kind of clear away the empty glasses and the plates and wraps up takes the bread, wraps it up in cloth or something, keep it so it doesn't dry out for the morning. And yeah, he and Liff are downstairs. I'm sorry, they and Liff are downstairs. The two of them are sort of finishing up the kitchen, and it's not quite morning because it's autumn now, but you can kind of tell that the night is easing off. It's getting to be the haze of light is starting to hint at the horizon as you climb the stairs. Do you pick up Gorko and carrying him upstairs?
Yes, I do.
All right. So you got a snoring, drunken goblin baby child thing in your hands, in your arms as you climb the stairs, maybe a little bit more softly, so as to not wake him. And the two of you, I take it, cuddle up in your bed, on your bed cot or bedroll somewhere in your library.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so you all have a well-deserved rest. You all wake up. Hibara is obviously up a bit earlier because she only needs 4 hours of rest. The rest of you sleep until noon. But occasionally, as you are, shifting from one side or the other as you sleep, you can hear the two Bobs are going about the house. They're not trying to be loud, but the house is just a bit creaky and old, so as they go up and down the stairs, you can sometimes hear them moving. You can occasionally hear clatter as Jarvis makes some coffee in the morning in the kitchen, so there are some smells of pleasantness and warmth and hominess. But you go right back to sleep, and it's about noon when the rest of you are going to be waking up. Hibara, is there anything you'd like to do? You would be getting up around 8:30 in the morning. Anything you'd like to do in the morning before while the others are asleep?
Let's see. Probably. She'd probably just come downstairs and hang out.
Okay.
Really, if I mean, well, it wouldn't be at. Oh wait, no, yeah, that would be because if she started sleeping at 4, that'd be about 8. So yeah, she'd probably come downstairs at around 8 in the morning then.
Okay. Yeah.
And just hang out.
Yeah, the
with
Bobs.
whoever is down there.
The Bobs approach and say the taller one. The shorter one doesn't really seem to talk too much, and they actually neither of them talk too much, but the taller one talks more often. Says, Jarvis said that you might be a good person to talk to about composting. As we're going to be running the tavern and food here, we'll probably have some things to be throwing out, and if you had any advice on what to do with the leftovers or the compost, they said that that might be something we could ask you about and get some directions on what you'd like done.
Yes, actually, I could well, I don't know. Let's start by just giving it to me at first.
Okay. Would you like us to separate it out? For instance, we've got the coffee grounds from this morning. We've got some bits of the cheese that we had to cut off from last night. We kind of keep all this stuff separate right now. We're not quite sure how you like it. So
nope. If it's organic, just give me all the organic stuff.
Very good.
You shouldn't compost cheese, BT dubs.
Yeah, she'll find something to do with it, even if she just digs it out and gives it to the birds. I'm sure. I'm kind of thinking Hibaro.
Or just burns it.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, they kind of take you to the back kitchen area and show you a pail that they've set aside for any food waste and anything else. And they said, if there's other things that you can think of that we can reuse or recycle or compost or otherwise, you want to not throw away but repurpose. This is how we started. But if you have any other instructions, let us know.
This will be fine for now.
All right. They give you their first pail. It has their lunch in it from yesterday and some things that that they found that weren't dusty old spider cobwebs and stuff. I don't know. They're just kind of throwing a bunch of stuff in there. They're not quite sure what you want right now. But they have their first bucket of stuff that they think is organic enough to break down.
Perfect.
Okay.
She's gonna, for the moment, add it to the pile upstairs.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so while that's Hibara is spreading out her new compost and reorganizing her garden, taking care of her blood vine and her other things that she's collecting. Yeah, the day gets on and the rest of you wake up. Mara, you wake up and you can smell already that there is coffee being made downstairs. Gorko was a bit of an earlier riser, so he's already scampered downstairs and he is sat with a cup of coffee at the bar when you come down the stairs. Thelvar, I take it you also, if there's anything you want to do in the morning besides come downstairs?
Thelvar's going to approach one of the Bobs, whichever one doesn't seem as busy. Is going to hand him a couple of silver pieces and ask him to head down to Thelvar's favourite bakery and just ask for Lord Mordragain's usual order. Oh, in fact, make it 2 lots. Oh, I'm so hungry this morning.
All right. Yep, I'll be right back. He pockets the money, kind of just makes a note on his hand, of Lord Mordragain's usual X2, and you can see the door open and then close again as he leaves.
Mara looks at her poor little goblin.
He's looking.
Your head? How's your head there?
The manna from heaven hurts the next day.
That's why you sip it, Sugar Plum. That's
Oh,
why you sip it.
I did sip it like this, and he shows the coffee. He goes,
No. Watch me, and I'll show you how to properly sip. Mara
Okay.
takes her coffee, smells it,
he
and then
copies you,
brings it to her
smells
lips
it. He smells his.
and takes a small drag of the coffee. I know that you're not supposed to use drag as a term to sip coffee, but I'm like, I don't know how you're supposed to a swig. Just.
He's like one eye on you and like one eye on his cup. He's trying to judge how much you're drinking, how much he's drinking. Puts it up to
And
his
then
lips.
pulls the cup away from her mouth, lets the liquid sit there.
He's got
and
he's got a mouth. His
swallows.
cheeks are sort of full, but he notices he's doing it wrong, but he's not sure what to do because his cheeks are full. I mean, he
then
can't spit it out, but he can't drink it. So he's just sort of waiting to see what you're gonna do.
And then she swallows, after it sits there for a bit, swallows. And she looks at him and goes, okay, so you see how much liquid you have in your mouth? Fourth that. Now you try.
So he goes, he's got it because and then he tries it. He's much better the second time around. Let's see how much better he does at sipping his coffee, or maybe he'll whiff it. Who knows? Oh, look at that! Yes, he mimics you almost perfectly.
Yay!
He doesn't put his pinky up when he drinks out of the cup, but other than that, he's absolutely perfect.
Mara had her pinky up?
Unconsciously, just the size of the cup, you can't help it.
Oh, okay, fine. I was just okay, well, I'm currently drinking from start. Well, yeah, my pinky was up while I was doing it, so.
It's like I can see you. All right, yeah, so that's the breakfast routine of those two. Hibara's upstairs. Thelvar's got his breakfast clue. What's your morning like?
I mean, he's gonna wake up feeling slightly better than he did last night at the very least, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And after going down, he's actually gonna approach Bara. Hey, Bara, how about we have some breakfast and then head down to the Temple of Beauty and be less green?
I'm good on both of those. I already ate.
Oh yeah, trouncing. But still, you're
clue
okay with being green for the next month or so?
I mean, just the color.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna get this myself cleaned up. So, see you guys later, I guess. Just walks out the door.
Before she walks out the door, Mara takes the finds something her vicinity and chucks it at his head.
I'm gonna try and catch it.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity roll. You can let's see, or you can do acrobatics. You can either do a straight dex or an acrobatics, whatever you prefer.
It's the same. I don't have prestation.
Darn. I guess I
He's
missed.
just gonna grab it and just calmly toss it back. Gotta try harder next time, Mara.
You gave the baby a hangover.
He needs to learn, Mara. He needs to learn.
Just
Also,
be careful when
that's
you
what
come back.
Parador is.
All right. Yes. So, sirs and madams, I have to say I'm quite curious as to how you came to be so colorfully arrayed with so many different substances. How was your job that you were hired to do by the city through our company?
It went fine. We had a couple of run-ins with some traps laid down there. Nothing too major. Clue fell into a pit and got exfoliated by some fish, and then a lock sprayed the green stuff over those too, and yes, so much. Ultimately, though, we solved the mystery. Oh, and we did recover an artifact that
A cursed artifact.
well, we don't know that it's cursed. All we know was the person who owned it thought it may have been broken. Possibly they didn't quite know what they had because they tried to destroy it with another magical device for destroying magical devices, only
Exactly.
it was just far too powerful. These things have limits, you know.
Well, that sounds fascinating. What's the object?
It's an Orrey, I believe the Orrey of the Wanderer.
Who has it? I'm just out of game. Who has it on them? Who's keeping
Mara has it in the bag of holding, I
have
believe.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
it?
I have all the things.
Right. Well, you have your things back on you. Did you want to reach into your bag of holding and take it out?
Mara just kind of side-eye everybody and goes, really? This early in the morning? Fine. And like opens the bag, kind of goes, no, dead body. No, no, no.
I thought we handed the dead body over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
our
need.
bodies.
Hand that one over.
No, we handed over her colleague. But I still have what's his face's body?
If you want to, yeah. You can, if you want to do a
You
funeral.
wouldn't have handed that over.
I don't know why you handed that over. We still had his body. We put it in the thing of holding so we could bury it.
Okay, so I move aside the dead body. A fingerless hand flops out. One finger's missing.
Back in the bag. She hurries so that Goku can't see it. No. Here we go. How big is this thing again?
It's about the size. I'd say a little bit higher than your hand. It's not that.
So it's like, can I pick it up with my
Yes.
hand, or I need
yeah.
to? Okay.
Think of like an hourglass kind of.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So she grabs the orrery and kind of picks it up, and just puts it on the counter.
Yes. As you set it down on the counter, two things. One, you notice something, and one, something happens. The thing that happens
Does it
is,
look healed?
yes, it looks in much better shape than when you put it in the bag of holding. And actually, as you set it down, one of the bends in it sort of pops itself straight. Jarvis's eyes grow wide, and they immediately go over to the windows, and they shutter them up, so that nobody can see in. Because the other thing that Hibara, you might have noticed, is that the fact that you there's stuff going on inside the tavern is starting to attract a little bit of attention, like the smell of coffee now in the morning. Like people are kind of like getting a bit curious. There's some rumor going around that you guys are going to open as a bar, and it's haunted because Thelvar's been talking to the guards around town.
He can't keep his mouth shut.
Yes. And so, yes, Jarvis moves in very quickly, closes the shutters so that you guys have some privacy, and says, I don't know what this is, but I've never seen a magical item fix itself before. You're certainly...
Exactly.
It's certainly powerful magic.
Can Mara say something?
Of course.
When it fixes itself, Mara goes, I have the power!
See, normal magic things, they just exist, right? They grow, and even super powerful ones, they grow old and they eventually decay, just like everything. But this heals itself.
Well,
that's weird.
I mean, we heal ourselves. If you break an arm until you're dead, it will heal
But
itself.
that's us. We're conscious. We're living beings. This is an object healing itself. Clearly, it is a strain on the very weave itself.
Well, but I can... Yes, if you want me to, I can use our resources at headquarters. I personally don't think that you should tell anybody about this until...
I agree.
We learn more about it. I myself...
Also, oops. We may have already told people about it. And by may, I mean we did. Well, Thelvar did.
That is not how I remember it out of game. But that's funny. Like, Thelvar did.
We told the guards.
You told the guards. But, yeah.
Well, we both kind of told the guard. I said a curse thing, and then Thelvar gave the whole story.
Again, because
I didn't say what the thing was, though.
No, Thelvar was actually
That's
pretty deft in his word choice, and you were like, "It's an Orrey."
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Magical item. Oh, it's like, God, keep your mouth shut. You don't talk to the popo.
All right, well, that's also good to know. If the Blackstaff is at least aware of it, that might be a problem. It might not. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with many Orreys being around. But what I can do is I can make some discreet inquiries at the office. I'll try not to set off any alarms or draw too much attention. And, by the contract, anything you find is your own. Oh, and by the way, and speaking of that, Jarvis reaches into their snatchel and pulls out a bag of gold, saying, the receipt is inside. This is a 500 gold coin as payment for your services rendered in the last day, minus your franchise fee. So that's 120 per month. So you are paid up for this month, and the difference is 380 gold pieces, and they put it on the counter. But according to the contract, anything you find is your own. So there's no chance legally that the main office would come after you. But it is also a little bit of a gossip center, and it might be better if I went down there personally and looked through the archives rather than sending through the usual easy messages that don't want to leave paper lying around. So I'll take some sketches, and if you give me a day or two, I will make some time in amongst my other duties to get over and do some research and see what I can learn about this piece for you.
Much appreciated, Ducky. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Also, try to look up how to destroy it.
If that is on file,
because we have been unsuccessful. And in fact, that. That's what killed the Gabi's friend. Trying to destroy it.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. All right, very good. Well, Miss Mara, keep this well hidden. Don't be pickpocketed. Although they'd probably be more surprised by the corpse, they might not even see the Orrey inside.
It's now on Orp's Day. She takes the thing and again puts it in the thing, puts it back in the bag. God, baby, it's on Orp's Day.
Well, I have to say, Jarvis says, there is plenty to do. I have there was a message received for you, Mr. Mordragane, Lord Mordragane, and while you were sleeping this morning, I thought it best not to disturb you, as it did not seem time sensitive. There is also the issue of the architecture of the tavern. Now that you, and the contract, you've obviously passed the initial consultancy. In addition to the payment, I have a contract for the 1-year agreement for you to be a Solutions Guild member, and then we can review at the end of the year. But that does come with the investment of 1,000 gold pieces, which Jarvis reaches into the bag and pulls out yet another bag of money. That is the full 1,000 gold. Now, the agreement is that we have been given this 1,000 to spend for the transformation or whatever of the building. However, if you can find ways of saving money or doing other things that reduce the cost of the renovations, then any difference that you keep or that you are able to work, you'll be able to keep. So out of game, we're going to do, at some point, we're going to do the renovations as a skill check, and everyone is going to have a chance to do 2 times. In case you so you can get 2 successes. You can come up with some sort of way of helping to renovate the place or make a contribution. Like I think we talked about Mara working with the carpenters to maybe lift some heavy things or pull bits off that need to be pulled off that are very difficult so that it takes fewer people to do it, fewer days. I thought also with Mara, when there is trash, like the old wood that is stripped out or old piping or things like that, that Mara might be interested in reclaiming some of that or composting it or finding other ways so that you don't get charged by the city for coming to collect it.
Yes.
You know, you don't want anything stolen in your place, but maybe Clue would know some people who knew some people who get a discount on something, on materials or furniture, and Thelvar. So you might also have some, contacts in like different parts of the market or whatever else where you might be able to get a deal. So everyone can come up with 2 things that they can do, and you'll roll for it. And for every success, you get 5% off the total. So was that like 50? Yeah, 50 gold. Is that right? Yes. So if you get 8 successes, you get to save that much money, and you get to pocket the difference. So that's how that's going to work. Yes, and then the other thing too, I mean, we can do any of these things. So I'm just kind of giving you options now for what you guys want to do. There is also, each of your bedrooms. You can talk about picking out a space and customizing it in the cost of the renovations. So if you have more plans, this is where if you want windows put in or walls knocked out or doors added to the map, this is the time where you can also do that. And I think, that's enough for now. So yes, you have to, if you're going to sign the contract, you get to pick out your positions for if anyone wants to take up company positions as well and make those formal kind of assignments now. So those are your options. I know I threw a lot at you, so if you need me to repeat something, I can. Where would people like to start? With the architecture or the skill checks? I guess the architecture makes more sense. Or do you want to talk about like the franchise, the company jobs, and the proficiencies and bonuses? And of course, Clue, you've got to go to a temple and figure out how much it's going to, what you can negotiate for, what it's going to cost to not be green for 3 months.
I mean, technically, the temple is free for everybody, but it's the kind of we'll look at you weird if you don't give us a donation kind of free.
Yes, because I did look up what you learn at the temple is that you can be completely you can have all of this magic dye taken off of you, but it's a dispel magic spell. And those are available for 150 gold over at the shop in your neighborhood. Or 125. I forget which one it is. I think it's 125 or 150. So, yes.
So it's dispel magic. That would be the magic spell that gets rid of the ink, right?
Correct.
Not prestidigitation.
No, prestidigitation will not do it. It's a dispel magic. Okay. Yeah, it's 150. If you wanted to buy that spell. And unless you know somebody who knows a dispel magic. I don't think anybody in the party does though yet.
Nope.
Nope, I don't think so.
Guess Clue's gonna be green for a bit.
It's not easy being green. Isn't that what Kermit thinks?
It is.
That is a good thing. Well, we didn't get paid.
If I was green,
so you might be able to afford it.
If I was green,
I mean,
I would die. If I was green, I would die.
Getting like studded leather armor and making sure the company doesn't go under before making me not green.
I think you might be able to, because spoiler, Hibara's not going to take any of this gold.
All right, yeah, she's just gonna.
I mean, I still want her to get studded leather armor. To be honest.
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We're good. We're good.
Nothing suspicious here.
You kill my goblin baby, I kill you. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think she's gonna skin Gorko. I don't think so.
No.
I'm just saying.
That is leather armor. I don't think he knows how to make that. That takes skill.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
just saying. You kill my baby, I kill you.
okay. All right, so we've taken care of Clue. Did you guys want to do? Yeah, probably it makes sense to do the architecture and then the skills checks, and then we can talk about the franchise roles.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
I have some suggestions.
Yes.
Because I have this is 20 years of playing The Sims in me. So when I see like shit in the wrong place, I'm like, no, why would you put a door here? That doesn't go there. That goes over on this wall. That's absurd. So I sent on Twitter a screenshot of where I'm pretty sure everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
And also like shitty markup of just like things that I want, things we've already talked about out of game, and suggestions like, if no one's in that northernmost room, why not move the fancy private bathroom door from that room into the library, and then Mara has a private bathroom.
Okay, so is everyone able to get to their Twitter?
Technically.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the most recent one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
Ooh.
And then if Thelvar is in that master bedroom, why is there a why is there a private bath? Why is there an outside entrance in the hallway to that bathroom? That's just weird. D&D
For quick access to the toilet that's there.
But there's a toilet right next to that door. See, there's a privy right there, and then master bath. What? Why?
I mean, I guess the idea maybe it's a master bathroom doesn't have a toilet in it. No.
Yeah, that's
Also
kind of
weird.
what I thought, but yeah.
Is that how it works? Well, I mean, it's your room.
Okay. Here, I think.
That's just
Well, I suppose
that's just a suggestion.
if we put a private privy in there, then yeah, can take that door out.
I just assumed that there was a toilet in these bathrooms because, I mean, Jesus, it's a 15 by 10 foot room. What do you have in there?
Yeah, fair point. I mean, one very large bath.
You have a fucking mini swimming pool in there.
Medieval jacuzzi.
Medieval infinity pool.
All right.
Sounds about right.
I am trying to remember how to upload a map onto Roll20. I know I did it at one point, but I can't remember how to do it. Page settings on a blank one. Oh, I think I need to upload it as an image somewhere else first. So you guys talk amongst yourself if you can see the.
Okay.
Yeah.
But something that I thought of, because Thar is going to basically like take over that whole quarter of the second floor with a garden. But I was thinking, so with those porches, if we put in lattice work, like Gothic styled iron lattices, that'll go with the kind of feeling that I think we want from this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we?
Okay.
Sort of a high-end Gothic styled establishment.
Like haunted mansion style, like old.
Yeah.
My goddess, my DM,
Mm-hmm.
R&D says to just drag the image onto the blank page.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, R&D is the awesomeness of all awesomenesses. Oh my God, R&D, you are so the man. You are so the person. You are so the one who fixes my problems. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna just move you guys over. Actually, it's easier if I move the map closer to you because you're so far away. And we probably might use this as our replacement one for now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna make
he's calling us out
something
for being
nice.
obsessed with dead bodies.
All right, there it is. I can actually make it a little bit bigger, but you can all see it now?
Yep.
Right, this is the most recent one.
If I had a Twitter. Hold on.
It should be on your screen now. It should be on your Roll20 screen.
Oh, it's Itty bitty. There we go.
Okay. Rent a room?
Yeah, that's what we talked about possibly doing
Yeah.
there.
No,
Okay.
stop.
I also
doing
added a privy
things.
in there
Stop
because
doing the thing.
All right.
that's probably needed.
Roll.
So are we gonna maybe do this room up for Jarvis?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I
Jarvis,
was thinking that'd be good.
Yeah, if you guys can
Well,
take
that's it.
notes, go ahead and do it how you want.
I want you to let me scroll. Scroll, you piece. Ah, now it works. There we go. So the room that is next to Thelvar's. What is that?
A bathroom.
This one. That's
Your bathroom?
Stelvar's private bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
And-
thought it's weird that there's a door into the hallway from there.
Right, and then that one's going to be my private bath. Do we have a bathroom on this floor?
2.
There are 4 bathrooms on that floor.
There are?
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Here.
Two
Sorry.
bathrooms.
then-
There's a toilet there and a toilet
Yeah.
there.
All right, I would say okay. That's weird that there's toilets just randomly there.
I know, right?
Well, I think it's
so-
because back in the day, like you'd have, you wouldn't. It was just like a bowl that you crap in, so you wouldn't want that in the room where you had your tub because it would just smell of pee and crap all day long. So you had a special room or a window you stuck your boat out to do that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's great because it's in the middle of the flipping house. So I'm gonna say let's get if we could take those out, and I don't mind. Mara does not mind sharing a bath with Jarvis.
Okay, so not move the door, just add a door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So get rid of the 2 toilets because it would just like terrible for poor Jarvis to not have a bath to himself.
I mean,
so get-
can you keep one of the 2 toilets? Because Clue doesn't have a private bathroom, so he doesn't actually be able to be.
wait, is there not a bathroom on that floor?
I mean,
private
No, there
in the
isn't.
rental
Nope.
room there is one, but that would be kind of
No, there
awkward.
isn't. There isn't a bathroom on that floor.
There is not. Isn't that so weird?
This house is janky. Okay, so
Exactly.
Like
All right.
to have like bathrooms at the ground floor or what the
Okay,
goddamn
what
bar
is
is.
this? All right, what's that room?
Yeah,
Okay,
they've been added.
so-
They're down here because basically, this bit is going to be a wall, I believe. So this little section of wall right here is going to be removed and toilets put in here. This area is going to be made to the larder and this area to the kitchen rather than it being the other bloody way round, which it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I know. It's like whoever made this has never been in a kitchen in a restaurant before.
We were saying before we started the show, they make maps, they don't do architecture. Okay.
Okay.
No toilets. Everything's backwards.
This room where there's an arrow next to Clue. What is that?
Oh,
yeah, rope ladder.
I was thinking
The balcony, right?
to
It's a
it's the
balcony?
edge of the balcony.
Yeah, I think we need, before we go on, I
okay.
think we need to enclose this staircase and remove the internal wall so we don't have to come out and go round to go up to the upper floors.
Wait, what the
This house makes no.
Because yeah,
Fucking
this staircase here is
stop.
definitely on the outside.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yes.
definitely on the outside. We
I'm
could
gonna- Wait,
we
how
could
the
add
hell-
a door like right next to it.
Oh,
So that'd be
Mhm.
easy.
that way we don't have to go through the main body of the. We don't have to go through the tavern to go upstairs.
I mean, it's already like that. You just go from the street.
Exactly. Through the street, and then we have to walk through. What is the room? Why can't I do a thing in a bidiggity? Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Freehand? Will freehand let me do? No, freehand won't let me do it.
Let's see. I think you can. There's pan.
I want to do the circle. How do I do the circle?
You just hold.
Okay, hold. So I want to do. There we go. What is this room?
Do that again.
This room right here.
Right now, I can tell you what it is on the on the other map. That current now is called a common room on the other map.
Yeah, it's just sort of
Okay, so the common room.
Mm-hmm.
big empty room.
Big and big. Ooh. So we have a common room,
And then,
that leads into this, which is
that's a
just
hallway.
a hallway into a stairwell, and then this is a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really need that huge of a common room on this floor, guys? Because I feel like we're going to spend most of our time in the bar.
Well, I think the idea. Oh, we're not going to use it, basically. But I think the idea would be to have it for who's ever renting the room.
Well, because what I was thinking was we cut this room in half and put a bathroom.
I mean, we could just add a bathroom, like
Where?
right in these four squares,
That's what I was thinking.
and then we wouldn't need to have this little privy over here in the rent a room.
Exactly. In that way, Clue has access to a room. Sadly, he just has to share it with a stranger.
Although, what could do, because we don't need all this space for the hallway, if we make these 4 rooms the bathroom and then move Clue's door over 1 square toward the rented room.
So
yeah.
that's true.
How do you get in
Not what I wanted.
Wait, how do you get into the rented room? Through the garden?
Yep.
You come in, yeah. Well, add a door here so that they don't have to.
Yeah,
Basically
it's
just
for when
one
it
of the
was
doors.
a working inn. I believe this was the common room. This was like a lounge, and then you had, this passage here that led to the rented room and to the front balcony.
Because I would think that this would be, we would put a door here for the rent-a-room and here for Clue. Clue just has to be sober enough to make it into his room. Because if we're going to give Habara all of this space for the garden, this fuckery right here just makes no sense.
We could add a private bath for Clue here.
We could.
Since, like you said, we don't need this super big hallway, and then have the so-called public bath over here for the rent-a-room people.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, we're not going to use this room.
Not frequently, no. Because apparently we're all a bunch of drunks.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could use it. I mean, I don't want to get in here, but if you ever needed to take a meeting in private, you could just go up to that area and have, that way you don't have to go up to the 3rd floor to use the library.
I feel like if we needed secret time stuff, we'd use one of these unused rooms on the, what is that, 4th floor?
Yeah. The thing about the what's originally common room is that people have to pass through it to get to the rental room. That's why, generally speaking, and also why we want the rope ladder, is so we have the top levels closed off for personal use.
Yeah.
We only have like
Well,
to
they
lock.
can't get to the top levels because this is how you get to the top levels.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's why I said the double baths. So that way this door can just be locked. So that renters can't get in.
But the renter is freaking right here.
Yeah, but they ain't got no doors in.
So they have to walk through Hibara's garden of perpetual evil?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my god!
You're going to get a really interesting reputation on Airbnb.
Exactly.
I had to go through blood vines to get to my room every night. This is bullshit.
Although that's something else. I wanted to get rid of that door, knock out the bottom of the floor here so that it just opens up into this place, extend the ladder, knock out these windows, and plant the blood vines up in this little turret. So that way they grow over the lattice work and basically
Grow
are a security
down to the-
system.
Oh, okay. All right. That's legit. I like that. But then our poor neighbors, they'll eventually grow down, and our neighbors will complain and go, not only.
I feel that's fine. Like, once they get over the ledge, you can just snip them. It's fine.
Yeah, the druid can take care of them.
Yeah, it's fine.
I could just see Habara going, la 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 la.
You have a neighbor who can, would probably love to come over and look at your work when it's done. You've got a greenery next door too.
Oh yeah.
Floral shop.
Oh my god. Oh, I could just see. The HOA is going to come over and yell at us.
I'm sure Habara's very aware of that and is actively trying to outdo them.
Kind of.
Habara don't give a shit.
She's got her own flavor of gardening.
I'm nicknaming Habara
Exactly.
Honey Badger.
They're in different.
Pretty much.
They have different
Honey
spheres
Badger.
of expertise. They're not competitors; they're peers.
Honey Badger, because Honey Badger don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just full of memes. It's really sad.
I'm here for it. Don't apologize. I'm here for it.
Oh god.
Oh. Well, yeah, it'll be fine with the blood vines because I figure that if they're growing from the tower over the lattice work that we would put in,
Okay.
then it would be on the outside. So like no one would ever come in contact with the blood vines unless they were trying to climb up into us.
Ooh. Will Hibara be willing to plant pretty plants, even if they may be poisonous? You plant them because they're pretty, but really they're poisonous. Thank you, Dr. Sattler.
Please, it is exactly like what you said. You come to Hibara and be like, "Hey, Hibara, plant this hemlock for me." Okay. Boom, you've got infinite hemlock now.
Oh god. I'm gonna be like, here, I want you to plant this, this, and this. They look pretty, but they're gonna kill you if you try to eat them.
You bring her the thing and say, "Plant this." She'll be like, "Yeah, sure." Put it right there. Boom.
All right. Is there any other architecture that you guys want to alter?
Oh, that reminds me. The rope ladder. Instead of a rope ladder, because look, I know that's like a 15 by 5 foot porchy thing. I got like one half that big outside my window, and it needs column support. So clearly, there must be a column in that corner. What if we put in foothold things, but so that it's like a part of the column? So like if you were just walking by, you wouldn't really notice. But if you knew they were there, and then just have like where I put the arrow, have like a gate.
Like in the columns have like a couple of bricks like indented a bit. That just look like it's part of the stonework, but then you can actually climb on top of it. Yeah, that could work.
Exactly. And then you don't have to deal with a ladder and pulling it down and whatnot. It would always just be there, and you just climb up the pole and then swing the door open and boom.
Yeah,
I like the then boom.
All right.
Need to make sure we have a solid lock on that door then, but yeah, it sounds good.
Oh, the door that right here at the bottom. I suggested getting rid of it, but now that I think about it, do we want to keep it and have it be like the trash door?
Service door?
Well, no, we have this door over here, which is sort of like the kitchen service door. And then like this door could be the trash door if we wanted to keep it.
Because the back of the house is where you have a slight courtyard. I think I can show you guys the street view again. Troll Skull LA, so you can see the orientation of the building and also what's behind you. You can find the right map. I have a lot of maps.
Yeah,
for
that one makes sense to leave in because this is essentially the delivery door, and then deliveries just go straight into the pantry.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, but top door might also be handy because we also have the cellar, and our actual drink is gonna otherwise need to move through the entire kitchen to get up there.
So yeah,
Okay,
you
so we
guys
wanna
should be
keep
able to
that
see
door.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So you have the
Okay.
north entrance, and then you have a back entrance where it's sort of a courtyard behind you.
Oh yeah, I forgot I marked our base.
Yes, it's still there. You can see all of you. Well, I can see you.
Okay.
Mara's still hanging around with the blacksmiths.
I forgot why I was hanging around.
I'll
for
put her
that
back in the
reason.
house. There you go. Yep. All right. So
Why was
you.
I in the blacksmith? Was that during the tour?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
tour.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys? Is this the map you want? Or you want to go back to the house map? What do you want to see?
Well, I was about to ask, is there anything else that anyone thought or wants to do?
Architecture-wise, nope.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Should we? Well, yeah, I guess we're keeping those privies on the third floor, aren't we?
All right.
Yeah, we feel that. No, we're getting rid of them. We're trashing the privies.
These
What
spaces
would
here.
we do with them? Yeah, those little 5x5.
Yeah, why do we need
I guess we could turn them into a closet.
Closets.
exactly
Mhm.
closet space? Everyone needs closet space.
Yeah, linen closets.
There you go. And closets to hold cleaning materials. Because right now, I wish I had more closet space for my cleaning materials.
And where is
All right.
for people who are living on the third floor, Mara and Delvar? Where are your toilets again? I see that you've got these set aside.
So
They're in
this
there?
one
Okay.
I am sharing with Jarvis. So I need a door.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got 2 windows there in your library. Closets. Okay. Excellent. Then the question is, and when you guys are done with the architecture, pretty much set. I'm gonna leave it with you, Corey or Courtney, for because I'm used to Fae Queen Corey, so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there? I'll leave it with you. You seem to be really into this and good at and enjoying this part of the game.
Yeah, I will edit this over the course of the week, and probably I think I should send you the picture because it looks like doing it through Twitter makes it icky.
Yeah, and when you're ready, just give me the final one, and I'll update it. I'll add it as a map here, and we'll use that as the master map for your for the manor. After that.
Awesome.
All right. Then the question that Jarvis will have is, what sort of color schemes do you each want in the rooms where you're going to be, which are your rooms?
What color is my room right now?
It's a library, so I would imagine that's mostly wood and shelves. And, there's sort of a makeshift bed, but I'll be getting proper beds to put in where you want, and chests to hold your things.
Okay.
I mean,
I suppose
Hibara's is dirt.
Mara doesn't care. Mara's like, I've lived in hell, like I've lived on the road, so whatever.
So would you just want like the wood in the room, like the floors stripped and polished and sanded, and just varnished again, and like keep all of the original furnishings, but take out any rotted wood or replace it, keep all the shelving, everything like that?
Basic, yep.
Yeah, pretty much the same for Thelva. Nice polished wood floors, wood paneling on the walls, because, Thelva's going to have this as like a bedroom/library. As Mara's taken over the library.
All right, you have your personal library. Get some shelves built in there for you. Clue.
Make the room burgundy and orange, Duckwart colors.
Okay. I think we can maybe like have a hue of burgundy and orange somewhere to kind of indicate that. So, burgundy.
What about like the bar proper?
Yes, that was my next question. What kind of look or theme, I guess, might first start it off? You know, you have a haunted, you have a poltergeist for it, so I'm not sure if you want to build on that or if you want to make it against type.
I say lean into the gimmick.
I really like the gimmick.
Yeah, so
goth?
like, yeah, gothic,
Kind of dark black, you know, sort of blacks and whites.
Blacks and whites,
grays, red velvet.
Yeah, I was thinking red velvet. Okay, all right. So wood tables, but varnished with black, and maybe some gray chairs because of the customers. Well, you know, you don't want white, but you can have velvet curtains, and for the white accents, maybe there's something you can do with like runners crowning against the ceiling, or I don't know if there's a fireplace.
Yeah, there's a fireplace.
So maybe
it's right there in the middle.
Ah, yes. So maybe the mantle facing, you know, the fireplace front could be done in like a white plaster or something.
Because you've got the fireplace there, which goes up through this one and this one.
Yes.
And then, of course, the furnace in what was the kitchen, which I'm assuming is going to get moved. Unless,
I mean, we don't have to. I'm not sure we can.
I mean, that's
because again, that goes up through Felvar's room here as well.
Yeah. And up into the extra room here, right?
No, that's the one.
The main one.
That's the main one. Okay, got it. You guys have obviously spent more time on this than I have.
To be honest, like chimneys and stuff would probably be big structural work. I don't think that would be part of the normal renovation.
Yeah.
Like some windows knocking out some walls is one thing, but a chimney that's a lot of very, very heavy stone generally.
Okay, and you also want the bar to be black wood or varnished with black as well. Okay, and I think that originally there is a big mirror that is behind the bar. Do you want to keep that?
Yes.
I mean, maybe like a section of it, maybe make it like a blackboard so Liv can like write on it.
Sure, yeah, that can you guys they can have that installed in a whole like a container of chalk, multicolors.
It's pretty old, isn't it?
The
or
mirror
would be by now. Yeah.
The mirror is very old and has a it's got sort of like
so it's
the
got
dappling
like the
on it.
Silver marks, yeah. I think that would add to the aesthetic. Personally,
and it's a temporary measure until Thelvar crafts the orb for him.
Yes, that would be a side quest. So, all right.
Side quest.
Right. That seems. If you guys are happy with that customization, then Jarvis can take the. Yeah, go ahead.
And carry the blacks, reds, and grays in through the rent-a-room and the common room.
Okay, yeah.
So,
sure.
It's part of the whole experience about coming and staying with us.
In a haunted tavern manor.
Exactly.
Yes. All right, so...
Do we want to do an accent wall in the... Never mind, strike that. I'm pretending that this is a real freaking house. Never mind.
I mean, if you want an accent wall in your room...
No, in the guest room.
Oh, like in white or gray or something?
I was thinking more of like a red color.
Oh, okay.
Red's a better accent. But
what would the main color wall be?
I don't know.
That was a sentence.
But at this point, I don't care because I realize that this is a flippin' not real house and caring is just no.
I could see black damask sort of wallpaper and then one just blood red.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Once the final map is sorted, a 3D render can probably be run up in a copy of The Sims at some point.
Definitely possible, yeah.
Go on a little tour of your manor, tavern, house, headquarters.
I'm just over here shaking my head because you all are like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I'm just like, I had to stop myself. Guys, you don't understand. I'm in like repo anonymous over here. You like watch too much like HGTV, too much of it. Me and the property bros are like,
Too much flip in this house.
oh my god, it's crack, man. It's crack.
All right. Excellent. Well, if you guys are set with that, then we can do some skills checks on how you can work in order to bring this together in using any of your contacts or however, whatever, like Thelvar, maybe like, again, you know, people in the market or whatever, and do some rolls. So what you have to do is give me a scenario that would involve fixing the place up or somehow acquiring things or doing part of the work, or like composting, obviously one for Hibara. And yeah, you can then do your roll on whatever is most advantageous to you. See what you can bring to the renovations.
Well, I suppose I could. Thelvar could have a word with the Carpenters Guild master, try and get a special rate, which I presume would be a persuasion roll.
Yep. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Come on. Fuck.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go through the guild to get that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, that's I can't give you the friends and family discount until you pay your guild dues and do all that kind of stuff. Get that paperwork sorted out."
Fair enough.
Can Mara
Clue
roll? Oh, go ahead.
I can go through all the broken things in the bar and check which things are like salvageable and set some on it that way.
Yeah. Do like an appraisal on them. Are you thinking, or what?
Yeah, just see which things we can sell, see which things we can salvage, and so on.
Okay. Let me think. What if that would be? Is there any like intelligence or wisdom based scores that make sense that would give you, you know, bonuses or you have pluses or proficiencies?
I mean, either you go with investigation as looking through things, or
okay.
insight, like determines the value.
Yeah,
So I guess insight.
Whatever you want to roll, it's your choice. Yeah,
17.
there you go. 5% money saved. One success.
I don't know. Okay, so we're getting rid of a lot of doors, and I just counted how many doors we're getting rid of. And obviously, I'll need to make a roll for this. But like the same number, what should I roll in order to recognize that the number of doors we want to add is equal to the number of doors we are removing?
Oh, well, I'll say that's just if you want to do an intelligence set, that one, just a straight up intelligence check. But it's also not going to be a high roll because you're actually like going to. I think
that's really good.
Yeah, I'll make that a pretty basic roll for you to be successful.
Not that basic.
They're all in a pile, and then there are empty frames, and it's kind of, you know, they're in different places. She's not making the connection quite yet. So.
Oh boy. Mara's gonna roll a strength check to see to do the repo.
To pull things up?
Yep.
Absolutely. So is that athletics for you? Is that the best roll for you?
Strength. I was going to go ahead and just do general strength.
Okay, well, but look at your athletics. Do you have a...
Oh, I could do athletics, too.
You might have a plus on that, so...
I do.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So also, Mara, while you're outdoors doing, pulling out some of the heavy boards and stuff that you've pulled out, things that are too rotted to save, a man comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, is this the PT2C adventuring company / tavern Headquarters or establishment?
Well, yes, of course it is.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jalaster Silvermane. I am a connoisseur of taverns. I spend quite a lot of time down at the Yawning Portal, and I have to say, your adventuring company has gotten quite a lot of rumors going down at the Yawning Portal this week, and also I'm hearing rumors that this old tavern is going to be opening up again soon. Is that the case?
Well, we got to do the repo first, and then all the reconstruction.
Well,
but yes, it will be opening soon.
I am a connoisseur of taverns. I would love to come by and see this place when it's all done. But actually, I come with a message.
Oh, goody!
In addition to being a connoisseur of taverns here in Waterdeep, I am also a representative of the Open Lord of Waterdeep, Laurel Silverhand. You may have heard of her. She's heard of you guys. In fact, she's quite interested in meeting with you at your earliest convenience. It's not pressing, but she asked me to come by and offer you an opportunity to do some work for the Lord's Alliance. Because we're always looking for, well, I have to say, especially strong, strapping people like yourselves. He's kind of like giving you a little bit of the eye, not too much, but he's obviously impressed with you, with Mara and her ability to haul things out of the on her own without any, like, even breaking a sweat.
Mara snap. Hey, Ducky, eyes are up here.
Excuse me.
Recognizes it immediately. She just more just is like, nuh-uh, eyes are up here, Ducky.
Yes. So if you're able to, we'd love to have, if you go over to the main offices for the Lords of Waterdeep, and tell them that the Open Lord has sent for you, and that you are the party to be named later. You will be immediately let in.
I am sorry to be so rude. I really am. But sadly, I'm just, as you can see, the muscle of the group. Let me go ahead and get one of my compatriots, and they should be able to get all the information down for you, okay?
Well, we are looking for muscle. And then
just as Mara says that, Thelva comes round into the alley on the way back from the guilds and sees what's going on and thinks to himself, oh dear, can't let Mara handle this, and quickly rushes over and says, greetings, I am Lord Thelva Mordragain, one of the proprietors of... I'm sorry, Mara. But yes, can I be of service?
This is just a compatriot I was going to introduce you to. This is Thelvar. He's a combat mage, and he's going to be the one you want to talk to. I have to get back to my heavy lifting. See y'all later. And she scampers back inside.
Before you, as he leaves, he goes, you should try your hand on the field of battle when it comes up to the High Harvest celebration. I bet you're quite handy with a sword. I bet you'd be able to handle yourself in a war.
Haven't handled a sword yet, she calls back.
Okay. Yes.
And then runs away.
Yeah. So, Jalaster communicates. I won't go through it again because you heard it. But basically, your word of your deed in the fissure and underneath the tunnels toward of the under mountain, or underneath Waterdeep, have made their way to the Open Lord, and she is interested in meeting you guys and having you do a job for the city to see if you might be people that would be useful to the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, yes, that would definitely be a huge honor. We will most definitely go see the Open Lord at the earliest possible convenience.
Yep, let me just get you the location. If there is one. No, it looks like it's just in the main castle business area of the town building there. So, yes. Yep, okay. For the meeting. We'll do that later. So, yes, that's not a pressing thing. But it's, yeah, you can do it on your own in the next couple days whenever you guys have a chance.
Jolly good, jolly good. Do you know about the tavern we are working on opening?
I was just telling your adventuring party compatriot that I love a good tavern. And I have to say, you know, like, well, the Yawning Portal does its best for entertainment, but I'm always up to try out an ale and a new establishment and get a feel for the place.
Yes. Well, we will be opening relatively soon, and we would love to see you here.
Well, and once I hear the opening night, be assured I will certainly be here.
Jolly good. I shall make sure the word gets around.
Excellent. Well, I maybe we'll see you when you guys stop over in the main castle district of the city to see the open lord.
Yes, we'll do. You take care now.
Right, and he goes about his way. Right. Okay, back to this. Oh, sorry. Did you want to say anything else, or did Thelvar want to do anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Then back to the skill checks. So you've got 2 successes so far.
I've got 1, and I'm gonna burn my inspiration for this one.
Okay.
Oh God.
So those wrought iron, what are they called?
Struts.
Trestles.
Lattice work.
There we
That's what I
go.
was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I had a slight little surprise amount of respect from the whatchamacallums.
Oh, the blacksmiths
Yes, the blacksmith,
couple.
because I can speak primordial with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if Ibarra, in primordial, of course, would, convince them, or not necessarily like, hey, do this for me for free, but just like offer a
Friends and family discount?
not really a friends and family discount,
Okay.
but just do this for me and we'll do something for you. We'll owe you one.
There'll be a tab.
Yeah, exactly. a tab, whatever they need. Someone stole a dingo stole their baby. Whatever, we'll go kill the dingo. What have you?
All right, so
It's something.
All right, so you will owe them something. They'll have a
Exactly.
shit, as it were. Yeah, if you want to roll with advantage, is that what you're thinking? So you get 2 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, and you can do if you want persuasion or if you want to do.
Yeah, I'll go persuasion. 15.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's 3 successes.
Awesome.
Yes. Who still has to go?
I used my 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still have 1. Selvar, how many do you still have?
I've still got 1.
Thinking. Nice.
There's still fabric to be got for the curtains, Belvar, if you wanted to.
Oh, is there fabric that... Oh, I already did the depot, so... That was refreshing.
Yeah, I think I'll have Thelva essentially go around all the various shops, finding who can give us the best deal. So maybe make an investigation check.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Come on.
It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's enough.
Hey!
Yay, got a success. You're up to 4 successes.
Because considering all the extra bathrooms and previously going to be installed, can Clue maybe help by figuring out how all the plumbing is laid out and how to like attach all of the new stuff?
Yeah, if you want to do that work to save the surveyors for the plumbers when they come in to do it, so that you can just lay it all out and have them start on the work.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to roll for that?
Investigation.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, you got it. 25% off so far.
Alrighty. Let's see. What else do we need to get done here?
Another thing is, the city can come and collect all of the stuff that you put out, or if you wanted to, Jarvis can arrange for you to have a horse and cart if you wanted to move some of that stuff on your own and take it out to where it is taken outside the city, if you wanted to try something like that.
Oh, do we have a yard space?
In the back, you have that courtyard in the back of the manor?
So I took all the rotted wood. Does Hibara want me to go ahead and build like a large compost pile for like rotted wood and whatnot?
Oh no, if you're like, I got all this rotted wood, Hibara, she's like, give it to me. And she's just mulching that shit up.
Okay, so she's already taken the rotted wood.
Okay.
So what do I have outside?
Do you want to just say that you want to reuse things from that are discarded that aren't, like suitable for Hibara, and create like a little compost or garden area or something? Or a swing set or whatever you want.
Something. Like I want to repurpose the leftover material so we don't have to throw it away.
Yeah. For instance, like maybe you could create a little wooden path running along the side up to some of the doors, that it's not muddy. Like they did in the West. They had like a little area. Sure. Yeah. Whatever role you think is appropriate for that.
Survival, you think?
What do people think?
Decking.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
And roll survival.
Ah, come on.
It's okay. It's just a check 10, so you're right there.
Okay.
So now you have, in addition, you've got basically like a wooden platform that makes sure that none of the stuff in the street, if there's horse manure and it rains or whatever, you've got a little space where people can keep their feet clean before coming into your kitchen.
Basically some decking.
Or into any of the other doorways.
All right. Is that's 7, right? Or no, it's 8.
8, yeah.
5, 6 successes and 2 failures. Yeah, cool. So that is 30% off. So you guys get an extra 300 gold for doing the work yourselves.
Oh, we were going to stop at 12:30.
What time is it now where you are?
12:30.
Okay, excellent. Well, then we're going to call it a day because you've got stuff to do. The last thing is for next time, Jarvis has a message for Thelvar. And also, did you tell Jarvis about Debbie?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We didn't tell anyone about Debbie.
No, we did not.
All right. Then think about whether you'd want to tell Jarvis about Debbie, and otherwise you're going to need to meet her in the evening of the day. Because you said you would meet her out near the city, on the other side of the wall past the City of the Dead. All right. Well, if someone has to get going, then this is going to be it for this session. I hope you guys enjoyed it and had fun. Congratulations on saving your money. I don't know who's keeping the treasury. Oh, we'll do the stuff on the franchise and the rolls. But if there is going to be somebody who can volunteer to keep the company funds, that might be the decisionist. Might be in charge of that.
Yeah.
To keep the books.
I already started with the rings and the countering. Mara, you were taking the +1 longsword, right?
Yes, I had the long sword. I'm holding it.
Have you already added that to your personal
I did.
Item? Yeah, then I can delete it from the treasure. Okay, that's good. Then we have 247 gold, three of those silver rings, and a red garnet ring as treasure right now.
And your 380 commission for the job.
Yep. I'll actually add those later.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, you guys, this was a fun set. I hope you guys had fun. I'm sure there'll be other things that'll happen in the DMs as Courtney figures out and finalizes the map. And then until next time, the other thing too, Mara, is you do have a book waiting for you at the bookstore. So we'll get to that next time as well. We did more than we didn't get to all the things I had planned for today, which is nice. It means I'm over prepared for the next session. I can do a little bit less.
That's always good.
Yes. All right. Well, then until this time next week. Goodbye from me and goodbye from my property home design adventuring party. Goodbye from me and goodbye for the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye.
Bye, party.
Hey, they did the bit.